6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother. What we do here is go back.
Hello, everybody. What's up, Jesse? Hey, everybody. Welcome to another live chat. I'm Steven Jensen. That's Jesse Davin. We're going to be talking about WWE, or I should say NXT, Great American Bash, and AEW Fyter Fest. Both shows are happening tonight as well as next Wednesday, so we're going to be giving predictions for that. Before we get started, I want to let you all know that I have recently set up a new way to send donations. So if you want to continue to support the stream, just like you guys, girls, everybody who's been a part of this chat, we very much appreciate it. And we've heard in the past some people having issues with the super chat functions on YouTube. So there's a new way to donate as well. So you can still send the super chats. Still the same thing. We always prioritize your super chats, your questions, your comments, your statements. So keep on doing that. But there's a link in the description for a donation page that is set up through PayPal, and I think you might be able to do it through credit or debit cards as well. I'm not 100% sure, but
you can do it through PayPal credit as well.
Okay, perfect. And the cool thing with the donations is there are Easter eggs in those. So there are certain donation amounts that, based on like pro wrestlers or maybe just numbers that you think might relate to something potentially, if you send certain specific amounts, it actually will show up different GIFs or GIFs, however you want to say it, up on the screen depending on some of those donation amounts. So
Super excited. We
yeah,
tested it
so
out and it works.
yeah, so it should make things a little bit more fun on the chat as well. So just like always, no pressure, but there are now multiple ways that you can help support the stream here. So we appreciate that in advance, and we of course appreciate everybody who up to this point has been helping us out because I mean
For sure.
we love y'all for that.
Yeah.
Jesse, how you doing today?
Good. Sorry if I was like this when we went live. My daughter had to go to the bathroom, but I guess she can't go to the bathroom in a dress, so I had to take off her dress.
Understandable.
Yeah, and then I get a freaking phone call from a number I didn't recognize. I was like, what? Right when we started. So other than that, been doing great. So busy today. So busy today. But I'm here. We're here. We're ready. Ready for tonight. Super crazy, wild, fun time. Gonna be whack, crazy, good Wednesday night. Like, I am so gonna be overwhelmed. Like, why? Why do we have to do, like, here's the thing. I really want to give my full attention to both because they both deserve it. So I'm kind of mad that they're both going on at the same time. So I'm kind of mad that NXT just goes, oh, surprise, we're doing a 2-week thing. I wish they would have like let us know or did a takeover, like just a full takeover, but I get it. But yeah, a little overwhelmed, but I'm excited. Should be fun. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yay.
Going good. So I'm looking forward to tonight a lot. I have a friend coming over. Same dude comes over almost every Wednesday. So it's great to have somebody around town that's a big wrestling fan that I've known
Yeah.
from school. So it's just like it's fun to get together and watch these shows and all that good stuff. So I mean I'm very much looking forward to it. Actually, as a matter of fact, he donated something to the stream that I wanted to let everybody know about. I got a little giveaway for you. For those of you who there's been a handful of people that I've just sent random things to throughout the last few months that we've been doing this, and I thought this was pretty cool. I already have one of these in my own collection, and I figured I would give the other one away. And it's once again a fan of the show. His name is Michael Hughes, and he if anybody collects Randy Savage stuff or
Oh, that's
WWE,
cute.
these domes figures, just let me know in the chat. We'll do the same thing we do for any other giveaway. If there's multiple people who want one, I'll just throw your names in a random random generator or whatever, and whoever it winds up on, I'll send it to. So if you want the Randy Savage figure, just type in Macho Man or Randy Savage or something along those lines, and I'll give it away at the end of the show. I'll mail it out to somebody. So thanks for.
I need someone to say snap into a Slim Jim.
Snap into a Slim Jim. Say
Snap into a Slim Jim. Not sponsored. Not sponsored by Slim Jim. That would be amazing. Those are very delicious treats. You can chew them for a long time and they still got flavor. So they're really good. Not sponsored. Ooh, yeah, I can't even do it. My voice would hurt. I don't have any testosterone. But yeah, it's gonna be whack. This is gonna be crazy. I don't even know what the cards are. Like, guys, full disclosure, I've been in like a completely different universe. I've been watching AEW. Last week it was on mute because I was so busy. I've just got a lot going on. At the end of the month, it'll all make sense. But yeah, it's been crazy. So I'm gonna give my predictions. They're kind of gonna be like, I'm gonna do my best, but don't bet on them. It's full disclosure.
And for those of you and I just so y'all know, I know what's kind of going on with Jesse as well. So it's like if I'm just letting y'all know in advance because I've been considering because I have a lot of spare time currently. I might be doing some Twitch streams and stuff.
Yes,
Again.
do it.
But I want people who are watching this to know like it has nothing to do with like us not doing this show. It's just
No,
there is stuff going on, so
it'll make way more sense in like a little while.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, if y'all see me on,
Oh my god, I looked like ass. I was like,
so
that was not flattering.
it's like the Ethan Klein. Yeah, there you go.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
So if y'all see me on Twitch, in the coming days and stuff,
Go donate.
yeah, feel free to hang out.
Yes. Make sure you
Um,
put it on Twitter and stuff.
yeah, I will. I used to go on there a lot. It's been probably over a year and a half since I've. It's the issue is I used to game UFC 3 competitively, like the EA Sports UFC game, and like used to play for money and everything. And I just got completely burned out on it. And the UFC is supposed to be coming out with a new game pretty soon, so I'm looking forward to that. Retromania Wrestling was supposed to come out last month, I think it was, but that's been pushed back because of the pandemic, which sucks because I was waiting for that to start streaming. Um, but there's some good games that I could still play, and I'm currently getting something set up to where I could play like my N64 and stuff on stream as well, so I can go back and
Ooh.
play back through like No Mercy and
Lucky.
other games and stuff. So
You have a Sega Genesis?
I do, yeah, I still have a save.
Oh, shut up! No, you don't.
I do, I swear, I have it. Give me a
Do
second.
you have Sonic 2? Do you? I need to know.
I have all my systems like all set up on
I'm gonna have
TVs.
break
But yeah,
time.
I've got my Genesis right here.
Stop it!
Yeah, I've got all
No, do you have what was it called? A
Dreamcast and
shark?
everything.
What was it called? Like a
A
shark?
Game Shark. Yeah.
Yes.
So you could take. Oh, I have that in another closet. I have one of those still too.
Oh my god.
So you could take. I'll give you all a history lesson right now. Hold these people over. Before we get into the wrestling talk, I'll show everyone exactly what a Game Shark is. You might not know. I haven't talked about this stuff in forever.
Yes.
All right, let's see what we got here. There's way more in this box than I thought there was. But
Hi, chat, and I love you so much, chat. I'm trying my best to read. That sounded really bad.
all right, so I'm going to show you the ultimate move. When you grew up in the 1990s, and you needed a cheat at a video game because you weren't good
Yes.
enough, and maybe didn't want to buy all of the different, depending on the system, like the Nintendo Power magazines or the strategy guides for specific games because you couldn't figure them out yourself. So what you would do is you went out and you bought yourself a Game Genie, right?
Oh my god, yes.
And this Game Genie has a spot at the top of it. This is super high level
Yes,
technology.
you put your cartridge in the top, right?
Yes, I'm going to do even one better than that, Jesse. So there are certain games, if I can get this thing to snap, there we go, such as Sonic and Knuckles,
Yes.
also have the same thing. So you set
Yo.
Sonic 2 on top of Sonic and Knuckles on top of your Game Genie, and now you can put a whole bunch of codes into Sonic 2. So
Whoa.
this gigantic lump on top of your, just like this, top
It was like Legos.
how
Oh my god.
cool are you in 1994 when you got
Dude,
set up in your living room?
1996 Olympics champion gold medal
Yeah.
in Atlanta.
Now the only way to top this is with certain things that I never bought because I bought the Sega Dreamcast, so I skipped the I have the Game Gear still, but I skipped the what was it, the Sega Saturn and the Sega CD.
Oh, Sega
I waited on the
Saturn.
Dreamcast, but the Sega CD, if you remember, went on top of this, and then you could stick the 32X on top of that.
Yo, I got chills.
So you just had this gigantic.
I had the portable Sega Genesis.
Yeah, the Sega Game Gear.
Yes. Oh yes. Oh my god. Yes.
Oh
I
yeah.
played that in the car so many times.
Oh yeah.
Man.
I've got all this stuff still.
Dude.
I am a long time video gamer at heart. I've just been on a break for like the last year or so.
Yeah, you've been
Playing
busy.
the Fortnite like everybody else.
Oh my
Out on
god.
that also. Just yeah. So
Anyway.
I hope you
Cool.
all
Go
enjoyed that.
subscribe to his Twitch.
Yes. JG's the N64 is my favorite. Yeah, N64 is actually my favorite all-time console as well. Still. Cool. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. For those of you who are video gamers or maybe had no clue about what we had to go through in the '90s to get Knuckles into our Sonic 2 video games because he wasn't originally in the game. So.
Dude, I'll never forget I got the stomach flu. I ate at Friendly's. I ate chicken tenders at Friendly's. I was puking and pooping. And I was just sitting there playing Sonic 2 the whole damn time.
that's all that mattered.
Yeah, just remember puking and Sonic 2.
That's pretty disgusting. But I'm glad that you remember.
Not at the same time, I don't think. But yep.
Well,
Anyways, let's get to which one do you want to do first?
I mean, personally, I think Fyter Fest, at least the first. Well, it's hard. So the second night of the Great American Bash, there's only one match so far. Pretty much all of both nights of Fyter Fest are announced. So like,
Well, let's do NXT first because it's shorter.
word. Yeah, let's get that pulled up.
What?
So there we
The
go.
light just went out. Hold on. Okay, I'm back.
Dylan's wrestling stuff. I know you say Fyter Fest.
This is shorter.
I think Fyter Fest definitely looks better, but it
Yeah.
will long to probably get through the NXT cards here. Well, we can just start right off with here. So
I see my light
first,
now.
what's that?
I'm talking to Scarlett. Sorry.
Oh, sure. Hi, Scarlett.
Okay. I said about the toilet. I don't know.
Well, as far as the first night of Great American Bash, that's obviously going to be tonight. First match we got here, Oni Lorcan versus Timothy Thatcher. I mean, I think the on paper, like, this should be really good. I mean,
It should be great.
yeah, they're great in the ring, and they really pushed Timothy Thatcher with his win over Matt Riddle in that Lions Den type match that they did.
Great.
So I'm really looking forward to this one. Do you have a prediction for this?
I like Oni Lorcan. I really like his Twitter.
All caps.
All caps, all the time. Very Iron Sheik mentality on Twitter.
Very Warhorse.
And Warhorse is. Oh no, yeah, true. It's like if Iron Sheik and Warhorse had a baby, that would be Oni Lorcan's Twitter.
Yeah. I think Oni Lorcan was doing it longer than Warhorse, to be fair, but I shout out to Warhorse. Warhorse is like one of my favorite guys in the Indies currently. He's a great dude, so.
I know, I like him a lot, but I feel like this is he's just a placeholder for Timothy Thatcher. I feel like that dub against Matt Riddle was not going to be in vain unless they just want to bury Matt Riddle, which would be stupid 'cause it's on the main roster now. I'm going to go with Timothy Thatcher. I think it should be great. I hope they don't make it short. I mean, they have 5 matches on night 1, and it's only 2 hours. So, my child's trying to open something, and she's getting frustrated. But, yeah, I'm going to go with Timothy Thatcher.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that Thatcher's going to win this one. But Lorcan is a great opponent for him. So it should be... I mean, I'm actually... To be completely honest, I'm really just now really fully looking at this card myself.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm probably the most excited for this. Either this or the Shirai versus Banks match that we'll talk about. But, like, this might be the best match of the show, potentially. I mean, this could be really good.
Yeah. I mean, these are all really good matches, but it just looks like a really good episode of NXT, not like a pay-per-view. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's where, like, next week, obviously, like, I mean, we can just get this out of the way because it's the only match, but, like, next week they're doing Adam Cole versus Keith Lee, and it's title versus title, so I think that's their big counter-program move for Fyter Fest, because, you know, unless, I don't know if Moxley's going to be there or not, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, like, I'm guessing that this match here, because this is all that's been announced so far, there might only be just, like, a couple matches on night 2. Maybe they let Cole and Keith Lee go, like, 45 minutes or something out there. I don't know, but, like, this to me looks like the real counter program move. Like,
yeah,
because
and Sasha Banks.
Well, yeah, Sasha, sure, but
that's
like for instance, I'm gonna definitely be paying attention to Sasha and Shirai, especially depending on what's going on AEW. but there's very few things in AEW that I can think of that I want to see more than Cole versus Keith Lee. Like, this is the kind of thing that makes him, like, even me, who is admittedly more of an AEW fan than an NXT fan, this kind of thing makes me change the channel.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and
Yeah.
that's exactly the point, I think, of them putting that match there and announcing it so far in advance. So, but that's great as a wrestling fan, because especially if this goes up like at the same exact time as like the AEW World Title match, it'd be because I dual screen them anyways. You know, I have them both on it. They're both on 55-inch TVs in my living room, so I mean I'm paying attention to both. So yeah, we'll see. So as far as night one is concerned, the next match we got Rhea Ripley versus Aaliyah. Aaliyah's with Robert Stone, who, for those of you might not know, Robert Stone used to be Robbie E in Impact Wrestling. Aaliyah and Robert Stone. I didn't realize this was a handicap match. If Ripley loses, she has to join the Robert Stone brand. I do not see a scenario where Rhea Ripley loses this match, so I'm definitely going with her. What are you thinking?
I'm looking at the stip, and I can hear myself. I don't know, maybe I'll just keep talking. Okay.
Let me,
I think it's better. It's better. I can't hear myself. I just hate what they're doing with Robert Stone, like having him puke and stuff like that. That when they say that Vince McMahon is having more of a hand in NXT, like that was just a dead giveaway to me. That was trash. It was gross. I hate it. Like the whole like mental breakdown thing was funny, but like the whole drinking on the job thing, I don't know. I saw his little mental breakdown was funny. I thought his like Twitter thing was like, get ready for NXT, and it was on like Tuesday that he tweeted it. I thought that was funny, but it's just too far. I don't know. I think they should just write that whole thing off in general. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know why Chelsea Green left. Like, wasn't it Chelsea Green? He was with Chelsea Green, right?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with her for sure. Because I know she's with Ryder or Matt Cardona in real. She's still with NXT though.
Oh yeah, I would assume so. I thought maybe she was getting called up or something. I don't know.
Maybe I'm literally just asking. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
think she's still with NXT, but that's the question that I've got because of she was doing this stuff with Robert Stone, so I don't really know.
Yeah, I can only hope that Rhea Ripley wins because I just do not want to. She doesn't need like a manager. She doesn't need a brand. She's Rhea Ripley. She's just a badass on her own. Like, I feel she really needs to get a win. She's kind of just been there. So I'm going to go Rhea Ripley. I don't really see the point of this. I mean, it's kind of funny. I guess it's kind of an interesting premise, but Rhea Ripley needs a win, and she's going to get one here.
Yeah, I just don't see a scenario where... Because Aaliyah, like, I remember Aaliyah from the Breaking Ground show, like, years ago. And she's definitely gotten better since then. Like, I have to give her credit. Like, she stuck it out. Because on that show, she looked like... I didn't think she was going to last very long. I'll just be completely honest.
Yeah.
You know, she wasn't learning very quickly and stuff like that. But that's also... However the show wants it. She might have been better than what the show was showing me. I just don't know. But,
yeah.
But Rhea Ripley is somebody who... like should be a major female star for the company. I mean, she checks the box you would want out of a star.
So good.
Yeah. So we'll see, but I think we're both on the same page there. Oh, by the way, it's a good time to remind y'all, just because I'm seeing the chat moving quickly. If you want to make sure that if you have like a certain like prediction for one of these matches or something you really want talked about on the show, talking about this. That's the way to do that, just because we'll for sure see that, and we will for sure try to give your money's worth on that. After that, we got Roderick Strong versus Dexter Lumis in a strap match. Have you followed this feud?
No.
So, Lumis is like, admittingly, I've paid much more attention to AEW than NXT the last few months. I've kept up with both, but like AEW is like the priority, and I always have the volume on that and stuff like that. So there's little things I miss here and there for NXT. From what I've seen, Lumis seems very similar to his character when he was in Impact, when he was Samuel Shaw and stuff. So like, I'm not necessarily saying that's a bad thing. I'm just not that interested.
Yeah.
You know, he did okay work when he was with the NWA. Like I saw him live a few times when he was with them, and like he did. I mean, like he did solid work. It's just like Roderick Strong, on the other hand, is somebody that's. I mean, he's one of the best in-ring talents in the world, in my opinion. The guy's incredible in the ring, and his character has gotten more interesting throughout time, especially since his running. I think he's a much more interesting character in NXT than he ever was. Um. So.
Or how does that come to the pool?
No.
But
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah.
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 It comes in my bed.
Yep.
And you can sleep in it.
Mhm.
It's
I have no
girl
idea what she's
and boy.
Mhm.
Dylan's wrestling stuff. I'm still waiting for your.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dijakovic, to get called up. Thank you so much, Dylan. No, girl, you're naked. You can't. No, we'll get in trouble.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to get called up also.
Me too.
He's somebody
Thank you so
that,
much, Dylan.
yeah, Dijakovic. I wish they wouldn't have given him that name. I'll say that. Like, I don't know what was wrong with just like Donovan Dijak or just Dijak for a company that likes having these like short, like one name names. I don't know what
Right?
to call
What
him.
the hell? It's
Dijak.
just it's like I gotta have a degree in literature to say that name.
Yeah, but he's a fantastic talent.
Oh, he's great.
The first time I ever made a road trip from Nashville to St. Louis was to watch him wrestle Marufuji at a show, at a Glory Pro show, and even back then I was like, this guy has WWE written all over him. I mean, he's super, super, super athletic and talented, and picked up pro wrestling incredibly fast. Like he wasn't on the Indies for very long before he was like one of the top guys. Um, so yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that as well. And then as far as like the Roderick Strong Dexter Loomis match, like I was saying, I'm just not super interested in it. Maybe the strap like makes it more interesting, and I fully expect Roderick Strong to do everything he can to make this match great. But I'm just not that interested in it. I don't know. I know you said that you hadn't really followed the storyline, so
I mean, a strap match. That should be fun. I mean, I'm gonna go with Roderick Strong just because I feel like Undisputed Era is gonna have something to do with this. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really been following NXT that much. I just here and there, and my husband watches it on Wednesdays out on the porch, and I watch AEW inside. So I'm kind of like watching it a little bit. I feel like Undisputed Era needs a strong dub. Like I understand Adam Cole had that win, but I feel like the rest of Undisputed Era, like Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, they're just kind of like there. I don't know.
yeah, they recently did a thing where like it was definitely like comedy based, where Kyle O'Reilly was like he was like Roderick Strong's shrink basically, from what I.
Yeah, that's right. Oh man, yeah. What the hell?
Yeah, it was weird. I don't really know what's going on with Undisputed Era like at the moment because obviously Adam Cole at the title, but I know we haven't really done predictions for the night too, but like I think Keith Lee's probably gonna beat him. I don't know where else you go at this point. I mean, like I'm totally fine with Adam Cole retaining. I love Adam Cole as the champion.
Yeah.
But if Keith Lee wins, who I'm also a huge fan of, I would not be upset with Keith Lee being the champion. But
No, it'll be fun. I
But
don't know. To me, it feels like I don't know if like the Undisputed Era, like someone said they're getting stale. The Kobe guy, I'm gonna get into you in a minute. It just feels like they aren't as strong, and like they used to be such a strong force in NXT, and now it feels like they're just kind of there. Like even like Adam Cole, he's the NXT champion, so he's gonna be dominant and stuff. But even his match with Velveteen Dream was just like so weird. It was just so off. It just feels off. Like they don't know. Like they're at a stalemate. They don't know what to do, and that's why I think Roderick Strong should win. You know?
yeah, and Kobe says Undisputed Era is getting hurt by no fans.
Yeah.
Kyle's hiatus. No, I agree with that too. I think Kyle O'Reilly,
Maybe that's what it is.
Kyle O'Reilly is the unsung MVP of that entire group. Like he's the guy who gets like he could easily be in Adam Cole's spot.
Yes.
He just doesn't have the same type of charisma as Adam Cole, but like Kyle O'Reilly is just as capable as being the world champion in any company right now. So I completely agree with that, Kobe. Like I think,
Yes.
yeah,
I think, you know what, Kobe? I think you're right. Now that I think about it, I think Kyle O'Reilly's justified hiatus because of the thing that's going on in the world.
he has
that apparently-
diabetes. He has diabetes for those.
Yes, he has diabetes. He's got a pre-existing condition. I feel like they just are keeping them kind of at a standstill. Well, my hand disappeared. At a standstill right now until he can come back. And honestly, now that I think about it, I'm gonna say I was wrong. I think they're just kind of like, we don't know what to do, or so they're just kind of like, okay, let's do this. Let's do some shrink stuff. Let's do some crazy match. I feel like they're kind of waiting, and I do agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I agree with everything people are saying in the chat about Kyle. I think we're all in agreement that yeah, he's incredible. I think he's honestly, and someone mentioned Terrell mentioned that Kyle's the unsung MVP of Undisputed and of NXT, and dude, I completely agree. I think that, like, I've said it before on the show, where like Kyle O'Reilly, he reminds me so much. Obviously, not on the personal side of obviously make the clear distinction here of what I'm saying is he reminds me a lot of like a 2020 how like I think Chris Benoit would be like in the ring, like kind of guy who just he goes 110% every single match. He has good matches with everybody. He incorporates realistic submissions and grappling and striking. And his personality, I like the way he's like kind of goofy but like serious, like the way playing the title like Hogan used to and stuff. Like I think it's clever. Like
love it.
And yeah, he's somebody that he would be like he's somebody. I know I'm big on AEW and stuff, but like if he showed up in AEW, he's the kind of person who like he'd remind me. So it'd be similar to like when Bryan Danielson was the ROH World Champion. Like, and Kyle O'Reilly was a former ROH World Champion himself. But like, just this guy who like, just no matter what, it's just reliably good matches consistently, and it doesn't matter who the opponent is, and it's always good.
Yeah, like Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. People mentioning like if UE broke up, Kyle versus Cole. Yeah, and people don't realize like they used to be a tag. Like the first time I ever saw Adam Cole wrestle, he was in a tag team with Kyle O'Reilly. Like
Right, that's right.
Yeah, Future Shock I think was their name. I can't remember for sure, but it was something like that. And like I remember they were a tag team the first time I really started paying attention to the guys. So like I'd be more than happy for to do that stuff. But that all being said, yeah, I think Roderick Strong wins this match for Dexter Lumis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't we just have the next match?
What was the difference? Was it maybe not elimination the last time?
It was a tag team. Tornado tag team, wasn't it?
I can't remember, but I do remember we pretty much did just see. I think this like opened up the last Takeover show.
This was lit. Yeah, this was lit. It was really good. Sorry, I'm really into the Jeffree Star.
Oh gosh, don't we can't no.
Oh
we're not talking about that.
Dude. Okay, so anyways, sorry.
But no, listen.
My
I don't know anything about that world, but I've been following it too. Like that's how big of a story it is.
Oh, I've got tea, honey. Okay, anyways, this match lit up at TakeOver. I think this will be really fun. Again, I feel like, man, NXT is such a great women's division. I don't know who wins. I'm going to go Mia Yim. That's who I want to see.
Yeah, so I think part of this is going to be reliant or dependent on, who's going to walk out as the champion between Shirai and Banks.
No, I didn't think it's not for the championship.
Oh, you're right. Jeez, why not?
Right? I don't think that makes that to me is crap.
That drops my interest level in this show like multiple
exponentially, right?
Why would the belt not be on the line?
Maybe it will be. I don't know.
That's weak. Well, that leads me to believe Sasha's gonna win. I don't know why else you wouldn't have them. Anyways,
With Bailey.
I'm gonna take Candace. I mean, I'm fine with any of these women winning. By the way, like all four of them, that I wouldn't. It
Yes.
wouldn't bother me one way or another.
I love Tegan Knox too. Yeah, everyone in the chat is saying Dakota Kai. I can totally see that too. I'm just going. I really like Mia Yim. So
Yeah, yeah. I just hope it's a good match.
it should be.
Yeah,
It's almost a guarantee.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. So yeah, I'll go with you're going with Yim. I'll go with Candace.
Sorry if I keep yawning.
And then this one,
You know that picture that just popped up?
which what was it? Sasha.
Was it? No, it was not
Yeah.
Sasha. It was. Yeah. She looks
Nice.
rough, girl. She's got so many better pictures than that. Wikipedia, stop it.
Yeah,
Anton, we just did our prediction. Sorry, we just did our prediction to everything for NXT except for the night 2. We're on night 1, and we talked to some Sonic.
Yeah, yeah. I've already showed off my Sega Genesis and some of the games and my Sega Game Gear. We've been we went down a weird deep dive rabbit hole of Sega products. So because I'm probably gonna be gaming on Twitch again soon. That was why. So
Yeah.
but yeah, as far as this main event, I'm assuming was the main event, but maybe not if the title's not on the line. I mean, I think this is going to be a really good match. I really wish this was for the world title because I'd be much more interested in it. If it was for the title, I'd say Io Shirai to retain, but because there's no title on the line, I guess my prediction is Sasha Banks, so I'll go with Sasha.
Here's what I think is going to happen, right? I feel like whoever wins the Fatal 4-Way, night 2, they're challenging Io Shirai for the NXT Women's Championship. I feel like Sasha Banks and Bailey are going to whoop on Io Shirai. She may lose the title to whoever wins that Fatal 4-Way, or they're going to make it seem like she's highly injured, or maybe she can't compete. You never know. I feel like this has got to play into something with Io Shirai having to defend her title next week.
Yeah, I could definitely see that as well. I think that's a good prediction. So yeah, that's pretty much it for NXT. Like I said, there's only just the one announced match so far that's official for next week. But
did we give our predictions for that? Do we want to? Oh my god, my daughter has a flute. Why did my parents get her that? Why did they bring it here?
She has a flute recorder?
Yeah, it's like a flute recorder. They got it in like Austria.
I used to play the recorder. I think everyone.
I could play Hot Cross Buns.
Badass.
I used to do the Titanic theme too. Have you seen that video?
The My Heart Will Go On song?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I mean, I guess my official prediction is Keith Lee for next week. Only because I don't know who else you could. I mean, I think the eventual plan is to get the belt on Karrion Kross. So it's one of those things where like if they don't want to do.
Yeah, he's not even on the show. What the hell?
Right. Yeah, I don't. So if they're not going to just straight up do Adam Cole versus Karrion Kross, I think that they could put the belt on Keith Lee and then eventually Karrion beats Lee for it, just to like even further establish how much of a monster Karrion Kross is by beating Keith Lee.
Like my half of me is gone.
So yeah,
yeah. Oh, it's a winner take all. That's right. Duh. Yeah. Ooh, bitch, mama. I don't know. I love Keith Lee. I love Adam Cole. Who would I rather see win? Keith Lee. Duh. Just personal preference. What if Adam Cole wins both and Karrion Kross wants to challenge him and he goes, okay, I'll give you the North American title, right? He's not going to give him both. I don't think they're going to give him both. I think that will help establish whoever as a legitimate champion. But then Keith Lee's gone. And then maybe Shit, I don't know, because I feel like Keith Lee could easily beat. I don't know. Keith Lee versus Karrion Kross would be fucking epic. Sorry, I said about where I was supposed to, but
It doesn't matter.
They've been hyping up Adam Cole versus Karrion Kross for a long ass time. So even if Adam Cole doesn't win, maybe that's how they set up the feud so that they don't quite put on the strap on Karrion Kross quite yet. I feel like Keith Lee deserves it. I'm gonna go Keith Lee.
You know what I would like to see? This is like
I can hear you. I just gotta go get my plug, but I can hear you talking.
Kind of my fantasy booking here. This is like,
Yes.
super fantasy booking because like I definitely don't expect this to happen. Be totally down if Adam Cole unified, or not unified, but he won both titles and they kept the two titles separate, and then he just handed the North American title to Kyle. Like I would love that. Like just give Kyle a North American title run. He deserves it. Let Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong tag team together. You know, like have a fresh tag team and Fish and Strong working together, and let Kyle have a singles run that we all would love to see him have, and have him build up the North American title even more, and eventually maybe you do Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly for the world title at some point or something. But like I don't know, I'm just a huge Kyle O'Reilly fan. I really want to see him have a singles run because I just know he's just capable of so much more than what he's shown on TV.
That would be epic.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'd be pretty sweet.
Yes.
Your screen just went little in the corner. I don't know what happened.
Cool.
That's weird. Let me see what happens if I switch this. Wow, it's doing that.
Where am I? What happened? Where did I go?
You were like
there
in
you
the. I could try calling you back on Skype real quick. It shouldn't.
Nah. Let's just do it for now.
Alright. Anton says, also isn't Cole getting demoted soon? I don't know exactly what that means.
Demoted? How do you get demoted from NXT? It's as low as you can go, unless you...
Goes to Evolve.
Goes to... Developmental. Oh god, he does go to Evolve.
I don't know. I mean, the problem, if it's also, you might be joking, Anton, I don't know if...
Oh, maybe he means he's getting called up, and that is kind of a demotion.
Right. And I think that, Greg, I've seen the message.
Greg! That was such shenanigans. Oh my god. Talk about bias. You gave him, like, the hardest questions, and you got the softball questions. That was crap. I demand a rematch. Sorry.
Well, thank you, Jesse. I didn't tell her to say that, by the way.
No, he didn't. I watched it. I was like, yo, you're giving Steven, like, the hardest questions ever that, like, not even a savant would know. Shenanigans.
I think Greg wins either way. The guy's a trivia. The guy's a beast.
Watch it and tell me. Everyone go watch it and tell me. Tell me that wasn't rigged. Oh, it fixed. My anger fixed it.
It fixed the stream, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, I mean, gotta beat me fair and square. I'll say that.
No, it was not. Life is not fair though.
The unfortunate thing about the way that show is set up is that it's going back and forth. So you're not answering the same question as the other person. So, it's just unfortunate. I knew over half of the questions that he was asked first, and then my questions were tough. I mean, what can you say? So, moving on to Fyter Fest, and let us know in the chat how you feel. We've got. We could really do both nights of this if you have the time to. We'll see how time. I know you.
Well, they've had so much time to put it together.
Yeah.
Let's do night one. And then next week when NXT's Bash thing gets better situated for week 2, we can get on here maybe next Wednesday or Tuesday or however I'm feeling, and we can do that.
So do night 2 later on?
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, because there's a TVA. Okay, yeah.
So night 1.
Don't forget, guys, the Easter egg fun super chat thing that I'm gonna send out a link right now. And if you want your prediction on the show, please do a super chat. That would be really cool. That would be awesome. But no pressure at all. Just saying.
No pressure, no pressure, no pressure. But yeah, that donation link. There's some different type of gifts and stuff that'll pop up, but the super chats still work as well. Of course.
It's Rich Sugar Daddy, please donate $69.
Is there somebody named Rich Sugar Daddy?
No, I don't know. Just,
Oh yeah, I forgot.
is there anything? Oh, you do? Okay.
One set up for that. Yeah, that was one of the numbers I chose.
Good.
So as far as Fyter Fest goes, we've got Private Party, the team of Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn, along with Matt Hardy, which has been an interesting pairing.
I know. I love it.
And they're taking on Santana and Ortiz. How are you feeling about this one? Who do you think wins and why?
Private Party. I feel like Santana and Ortiz are part of Inner Circle. They have an established group. If they're solo, and I love them. Don't LAX. I love them. That was a weird glitch. So yeah, and I think that the whole Matt Hardy dynamic is really interesting. I think it's kind of cool. I'm gonna go Private Party. They need a win. I like him.
What I think is interesting about the Matt Hardy pairing is that he's he's part of the elite also. So it's like a multiple personality thing where because I think at some point, because Private Party doesn't get along with Hangman, and Hangman is still weirded out by Matt Hardy being a part of the elite, and Matt Hardy's also managing Private Party and stuff. So it's it's an interesting dynamic. There's a lot they can do with that. I think that Private Party probably needs the win more. I have to admit, because over at Fightful, I do the Weekender podcast every weekend, and part of what I review every week is being the elite. And Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn I just don't think that they're very funny. Them on the show it hasn't gone well. They did this $12 cinematic type skit over the course of over a month probably.
That's right.
And it got bashed. It just wasn't very good. And I think the Private Party is best suited as, it's fine that they have characters and stuff. They just maybe Matt Hardy is what they need for whatever I feel like they're missing. Maybe Matt Hardy helps them with that. But in the ring, they can be kind of hit or miss, I'll be honest, because there's been some matches where they've been all over the place and botches and stuff. But there's also been some matches that were incredible. Their match against the Hardys in the first round of that tag team tournament was incredible.
Yeah.
So I think the Private Party, it's just an experience thing, honestly. I think they just need to have more big matches, let them go out there and sink or swim, because I honestly believe that they'll swim. I think that they're very, very talented. And Santana and Ortiz are just kind of a weird spot where they had a lot of hype coming into the company, but now they're I view them pretty much in the same spot as the Butcher and the Blade and stuff. I don't see them as a real threat to the tag team titles at the moment, or just kind of there, So yeah, I got to go with Private Party as well.
Yeah.
Should be good, though.
Wow,
Should be a good match. Up next, another match I'm really looking forward to. Jurassic Express, the team of Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, along with Marco Stunt, taking on...
Oh, good, they're all three together.
Yes, they're all together again. And MJF and Wardlow as a tag team.
Ooh.
I feel like MJF and Wardlow are probably going to get the win here, but I love everybody involved in this, including Marco. I love everybody involved. So I'm just looking forward to a really, really entertaining match. I think they're going to really pull through with this one. I'm going to take MJF and Wardlow to win. What are you thinking?
Oh, I love Jurassic Express. I'm going to call Luchasaurus straight up demolishing Wardlow and MJF getting him. No, I wish. Here's what I wish would happen. Luchasaurus finally gives Wardlow his comeuppance, and MJF has to lose, but because it's a tag match, it doesn't count towards his undefeated winning streak because it's not a singles match. That's the way they could probably get around it. So I am going to stand by my shocking upset win for Jurassic Express because MJF will still be undefeated as a singles competitor, and it will be Wardlow's fault.
I like the prediction.
I'm just going bold.
I mean, I could see that. I could see that point as well. Yeah, it's a tough one. The great thing is it's a win-win as far as I'm concerned. I like both teams. I like everybody involved. So like I'm totally fine either way. I think that there is a lot more they could be doing with Jurassic Express, especially with Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. I still feel like Marco would. I mean, I like Marco with those guys. Like I like them as a trio, but I do still feel like Marco would be better suited. Like I mean, because it's starting to kind of happen. What I was talking about before.
The Janela gang.
Yeah, like him and Sonny Kiss are tag teaming now. Like
thank God, yeah.
Could bring Marco in on that and kind of like the outcasts of society, kind of, where like, you know what I mean, like like I love that idea, like Janela, Sonny. Because here's the thing, I love the tag team of Janela and Sonny Kiss. I did not see this coming at all, and I like the tag team. And if you had like Marco in with them, and then there's a few others that are kind of like, you know, don't have a whole lot going on in AEW, but they're, you know, they can join up with them. It's kind of like a misfit crew of so I'm like, you know what I mean? Like we've talked about it before on the show, and I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be a good idea. But as it is right now, I really like Jurassic Express. So
yeah,
the thing that they never really followed up on Being the Elite weeks ago, Marco Stunt did get a message in a White Claw bottle, and that's Joey Janela's drink, and they like really went in on that. But I've always kind of felt like, is Janela sending messages to Marco? Like, is this something that actually might happen?
That would be epic.
Yeah, I think it'd be awesome. Moving on, we have Shida versus Penelope Ford for the AEW Women's Championship. Penelope Ford, of course, will have Chris Sabian with her. What do you think about this match and who you got winning?
I got Hikaru Shida winning. She hasn't been champion for that long. I love Penelope Ford and what they're doing with Penelope Ford. I think she's beautiful. I think she's talented. I think she's really been doing well. Like, really been putting it on. However, I just don't see it. I don't see it. It doesn't work for me. Kip Sabian and them is a fun dynamic. It's interesting. Meh. I'd rather see Penelope Ford like feud with Britt Baker. That'd be funny. That would be really funny. But obviously she can't right now. I just appreciate Britt Baker so much right now. I'm gonna go Hikaru Shida just to establish a dominant women's champion and a deserving women's champion. Not saying that Penelope Ford does not deserve it. However, I feel like Hikaru Shida will be a defending champion and deserves to be a defending champion.
I totally agree. Everything you said. I've got Hikaru Shida winning as well. I think honestly, this is like a big moment for Penelope, because I don't expect Penelope to win the match, but I think that this is going to show a lot about kind of where she's at and where she's going to be in the future with the AEW women's division. She's on like the chopping block or anything like that. I think that this is a really big opportunity for her, because she can go in there and hang with Shida, who I consider to be one of the top female performers that AEW has, if not the top. But if Ford can go in there and have a good, solid match against her, then I could see them using Penelope Ford in more high-profile storylines as a wrestler. You know, and with her, you have the added bonus of her being associated with Kip Sabian, because when he's out there having his matches, she's also out there ringside with him and stuff. So she could potentially have a very large presence on the show, just in general. And I'm with you. I mean, I think she's incredibly attractive. You know, physically, I think she's good in the ring. She's gotten significantly better over time.
Yes.
Like, so
much better.
So, I can't really ask any more of her than that. Like, she keeps getting better. She looks great. I mean, why wouldn't you try to push her? And I'm fine with that. Um, Up next, we got Cody defending the TNT title. He'll have Arn Anderson, his coach, in his corner, taking on Jake Hager of the Inner Circle. I mean, I'm gonna take Cody to retain here.
Hmm.
I just don't see Hager being the person to beat him for this belt. But I do think it's gonna be another one of those hard hitting, a lot of action, maybe some blood kind of stuff from Cody. And same with Hager. Hager I think is still a bit underrated as far as like how good he actually is versus what we've actually seen.
Hmm.
So I think it'll be solid. I fully expect Cody to retain. What do you think?
Yeah. I, I, I just can't see him have. If he beat Lance Archer, you know, Jake Hager is not going to be the one. I just don't feel like it. And I don't really think it'll be a sleeper match. I think that Cody puts on amazing matches. He has proved me wrong countless times with being able to put on a match, and I think he can get a good match out of Jake Hager. He's probably going to bleed. I'm expecting blood. Cody seems to bleed a lot, and I feel like this match is going to need some blood. And that's okay. I just hope you got a lot in there. I hope you've been eating like some meat, some iron, Cody, to keep that blood strong. I think he's going to bleed, but I think he walks away with the championship. And if he doesn't, I mean, I'll be shocked, but I wouldn't. I don't know. See, AEW is really hard to predict on stuff like this. I'm gonna go. Cody's gonna win.
Yeah.
And then Dylan, did you give your prediction? Yeah, you did. Duh. Dylan, good segue. Thank you so much for the super chat. Super duper, super chat duper appreciated.
Thank you,
Said,
Dylan.
I am still waiting on Adam Page to turn heel. Well, what's the next match?
Yeah.
Oh, that was really
Well,
annoying.
speaking of that, I think that that's currently happening with Cody. By the way, I think he's slowly turning heel with this title. So,
Yeah.
especially because he's been making references to like the Four Horsemen and stuff. I really think it's going to be him through FTR and like maybe I would love to see him. I mean, like Sean Spears is kind of the obvious, but like I would love to see him and MJF like make up because that'd be like the ultimate heel move for Cody would be to side with MJF after all of that and bring him on. I think that'd be perfect. MJF, FTR, and Cody. Oh my god, I would love that.
Dude.
And you could even have Wardlow still in there as like the muscle, like as the muscle for the group, like an enforcer.
That's smart.
But yeah, as far as this other match, the main event goes, I yeah, I don't know. I feel like I mean obviously it seems like Heyman will turn heel at some point, but he's also one of like the most over people on the show. Like people love his gimmick and his moves and his the whole like alcoholic thing he's been doing has actually gotten him over even better as a babyface, which is kind of weird.
It's very interesting, but I feel like compared to the Robert Stone thing, like that's just too much. Like they
Yeah.
have it to where I don't know. I don't defend drinking like at all, but um, ew, I don't even want to think about it
Well,
right now.
The Hangman thing is actually like relatable because it's like I
Yeah,
mean you
it's
just kind
not.
of just kind of drinking, having a good time. Like you don't really feel like he's got like a real big problem. I mean, there's certain parts of his character.
They addressed it, and he
Yeah,
walked off.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, as far as the match goes, like you're first on the prediction. I think the actual
Oh,
match. This is going to be incredible. I love everybody in this match, so I think it's going to be.
this is gonna be good as heck. My daughter just sent me a picture on Facebook Messenger. She has Messenger for kids. It's a swirl. What is it? I sent you some. Go look. Go look.
DeAndre, I
Are
completely
you
agree.
okay? All right, here we go. I think best friends are gonna win, and here's why. Okay, first of all, I must pledge my love and my heart, my soul, my best friendship to Kenny Omega. I love you, my sweet one-winged angel. However, best friends winning would be a great setup for Orange Cassidy to get hyped up to beat Chris Jericho on night 2. I think that would give them some swag. I think it would also, as awesome, amazing Dylan with the super chat said, set up an Adam Page heel turn, a frustration heel turn. However, I think Kenny turns. I do not think Adam Page turns. I think Kenny turns. And that is my prediction.
You think that happens tonight? That turn, or
Scroll down. It's the main event.
I think so.
I think it happens tonight. I think it happens tonight.
Whew, that'd be big.
It's probably not going to happen, guys. Don't freak out. I'm just being dramatic because I'm a girl.
But I mean, if they're gonna
they're gonna do it. They want people to tune in next week.
Well, and this week after,
and this week
he crushed them in the ratings last week.
Dude, I know, that was so random. You know what happens? I'm telling you, AEW will have these like whack off nights, and then they'll bounce back. I mean, not that it matters. I mean, they're both great shows. As long as AEW does as good or better than last week, I think it'll be okay. Every time I don't tweet about AEW, the ratings go down. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, yeah, so I think they'll bounce back. I don't really care who damn wins the ratings war. I just want both shows to be good. And I'm just going to be watching AEW tonight. My husband, I'm sure, will be watching NXT, which is cool. We're married, and we watch different shows, and we haven't filed for divorce. So, contrary to popular, strange-ass internet wrestling community, you can like different things and get along. Like, sorry, this fake-ass wrestling war y'all want to have. Except for Vince pulling this 2-night pay-per-view thing was, like, so... Like, come on. But anyways, you can like them both. However, I think they'll bounce back. I think if you want those ratings to come in, I think if you want to tell people, you gotta tune in live. Best Friends takes that dub. Adam Page is all frustrated. Adam Page is walking off. Kenny Omega goes over to chase him. Taps his shoulder, tells him turn around. Bitch slaps him. Spills a drink out of his hand. End of show. Fade to black.
That'd be interesting. That'd be good.
Bring back the cleaner, bitch. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, because that's the thing is, like, the only thing I feel like we haven't gotten, and maybe I've just forgotten, but has there been, like, a high-profile Omega and Adam Page versus the Young Bucks title match? Like, main event of, like, a big show type thing between those four? Because I feel like that has to happen before the end of Omega and Page's run. You know? Like, I just feel like it's just too obvious. It's just too obvious that, like, those two teams would have a match for the titles at some point. And I'm not necessarily saying the Young Bucks are the ones who would take the titles off of them, but if not the Young Bucks, like, the Best Friends are probably the best option. So it's... And I'm a big fan of Chuck Taylor and Trent, and, of course, Orange Cassidy as well. Like, So it's another great scenario as a fan, though, because whether Omega and Page retain or the Best Friends win and become the new champions, like, I am super fine with either decision. Like, I think that both options make sense. I'm okay with both being champions. I really like what you said about Best Friends. If they won this match, the momentum they would have going into Orange Cassidy versus Chris Jericho next week, I think I think that makes a lot of sense as well. Um,
At Tony Khan, are you listening?
I I am still gonna take Omega and Hangman to retain. I think this lasts a little bit longer, especially because I do still want to see them in the Bucks. But because I could totally see that being a scenario also where like maybe it's a tag team match and like Kenny or Hangman, turn on one or the other, letting the Young Bucks win the titles and also aligning themselves together again. One of them would be on the outs in that situation. So like if Kenny turned on Hangman and let the Young Bucks win the titles because they've been friends forever, it's like, all right, the Young Bucks are the champions. Now Kenny is like the elite. The three of them are. It's like just the three of them now. They're the elite, three of them, and then Kenny starts going after the world title or something like.
My child is crying.
Oh, sorry. Um, but yeah, let me know in the chat. Let me know what y'all think because that's pretty much the end of the actual predictions. So let me switch over to here. They definitely did Kenny and Hangman versus the Bucks. Okay, so if they've already done that, I just can't remember. I don't know why I can't remember it. Oh no! I do. That match was actually incredible. I do remember it. No, y'all are. Yes, they did do Kenny and Hangman versus the Bucks, and the match was awesome. And now I'm remembering that. So it. Yeah, thank you, Zach. I did watch Revolution. I just completely forgot that match was a part of the show. Like I
What match
remember.
was part of Revolution?
Uh, Hangman
Megan the Young
and
Bucks, right?
yeah. So what
Yeah.
I was for some reason I kept thinking about the Young Bucks versus Cody and Dustin because I remember that headlining a show also and the Young Bucks winning. But I yes, y'all are totally right. That match did happen and it was incredible. So yeah, at this point maybe it is just time for the best friends to take the titles, and
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with that if that's the case. So thank you for letting me know in the chat about that. So
I forgot about that. A lot's happened since then, guys. Come on. We've had
yes, a
some.
lot has happened since
I
then.
was muted because I was talking to my child. I'm momming. I do mom during this. There's nothing goes in there, so yes, I have to parent and podcast at the same time. So that's why I was muted. So sorry if you ever get any confusion.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much the previews. We have night 2 next week, so we'll talk about night 2 of both of these shows next week. Is there anything else you can think of that you want to talk about before we get out of here, Jesse? Before I talk about the sponsors and stuff.
I don't. If anybody has any super chat topics that you would like us to discuss, or the fun Streamlabs thing donations, we can get into any topic you want. Just send a super chat or a PayPal link. My child is climbing. You want a brush? Okay. Well, while Steven goes through the sponsors, I'll get you a brush. Okay. All right, Steven, why don't you hit us up with the sponsors?
Yes. Let me
Super
get
chat
them.
stuff. If you
Let
want
me
to donate, let them know.
Yes, and the like Jesse was saying, the donation link should be down in the description underneath the video. So there's that option as well. Let me get my sponsors all pulled up here. Instagram.com. That's up and almost there. Heroes. Heroes and Legends Pro Wrestling Collectibles. Sorry, I need to hide some Facebook stuff so that doesn't pop up. Alright, so I'll start here. We got Heroes and Legends Pro Wrestling Collectibles. They are... There's direct messages between us, just popping right up.
Oh, dear.
Well, that's just me buying stuff from them.
Okay.
Yeah. Vampiro's live. See, this is why I hate Facebook. It's just like I don't want any of these pop-ups and stuff happening. But anyway, they're a great company. I mean, they're nice people. They give you fair business. I don't have my other camera set up again today, but like my wall is just becoming more and more full of collectibles and action figures and autographs and stuff that I've gotten from them. They have autograph 8x10s, they have old magazines, they have DVDs, pretty much anything you can think of. You can get through Heroes and Legends. And like I said, it's run by nice people, and they will give you a fair deal. Just hit them up on all social media at HL Pro Wrestling, and if you let them know that you heard about them through me and Jesse, I guarantee you get a good deal. Also, shout out to my brother Brian Jensen.
Yeah.
Brian is a part owner, or half, I guess, co-owner, you should say, of Steel Boxing and Athletics, a gym out of Atlanta, Georgia. He works with nonprofit Parkinson's foundations and boxing classes for people with Parkinson's and other neurological disorders. He can help you in person. You know, whether you're just learning how to throw hands or want to get in better shape, or if you want to compete professionally or at an amateur level, whatever it is, Brian can help you reach your goals. This is this is his page here. You can see, for instance, like, oh, I'm not logged in anymore. I no longer work at MMA On Point, so I can't even look at this stuff now because I don't have my own. I'm trying to back off social media right now at the moment as much as I can.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't even have an account currently on Instagram, but this, he helps people out. You can see, I mean, there's police officers that come in and learn training from him. He'll meet you outside, like in a park. Like, this is a good example here. Stuff like that. So, and also, he can help you online. This is him helping somebody with some dexterity work over Zoom. Just hit him up on Instagram. His handle is BoxingATL, BOXING ATL. And once again, just let him know that you heard about him through me and Jesse, and I promise you he'll give you the hookup. And lastly, we got WrestleRumble.com. This is the place to be for all fantasy pick'em contests for mixed martial arts, for professional wrestling.
I'm sorry, my daughter. Do this. Sorry.
There was a belt raffle recently where Cecil Robinson won the contest, and I've seen some pictures of him recently with all the belts, but he just won all three of these belts from WrestleRumble.com, and the raffle entries were only one for this. So there's huge prizes. There's usually a lot of cash on the line. And I don't know when the next contest is going to be, but I do know that Wrestle Rumble is cooking up something really awesome for the next contest and or raffle. So stay up to date with all their stuff. Check out the website at WrestleRumble.com, and also follow them on Twitter at WrestleRumble. Jesse, what do you got?
What?
Go ahead.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
I'm sorry, my child was playing the flute and I was going deaf. All right, so I do have an OnlyFans. As Darbot said, it's been a few months, but it's fun. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really, really appreciate it. That means a lot to me. That's how I pay my bills, so I really appreciate that. OnlyFans.com/JustTheBuckeye. I don't just sit and talk about wrestling. Sorry, guys. Demand changes. Things change. My child's in the drawers. So support a mama. Support a mama. And subscribe to my OnlyFans. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you've liked what we've done, please give the video a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm kind of recommend our video, and it gets more people in the chat. We always love the chat. Thank you so much, chat. Really appreciate you. Obviously, as you can see, my Twitter is right there at Jesse the Buckeye. And so, if you would really, really like to follow me on Twitter for some reason, 28.7 thousand people follow me on there. It's a fun time. Can't believe that many people follow me on Twitter, but it's great. If you do feel so inclined, go ahead. Let me make sure my child's not. Girl, no. Over here. Yeah, you did do something. Anyways. Okay, why are you covered in finishing powder? Thumbs up. She gave the Orange Cassidy thumbs up. So. Thumbs up. Like, right? Like the video.
Like.
Do what Scarlett
Yes.
says. Like. Silly. So, yeah. Oh, wow, that's so silly. Oh, my gosh. She's covered in powder. Oh, dear. It's going to be fun. But yeah, I will. I haven't been on OnlyFans yet today because I've been very busy. That's usually unlike me. I usually check and answer DMs at least 3 times a day. At least 3 times a day. Morning, afternoon, and night. All the time. Just had a really fun photo set. Go through the DMs. July should be a lot of fun. Just saying. And that's all I've got.
Cool. Yeah. That's
Oh,
got you.
me too. Okay, so here I have a message. All right, can we, as wrestling fans, for one freaking night, not give people crap for watching the other show? These are 2 really good shows. Yes, I'm going to be watching AEW, and my husband's going to be watching NXT probably, but that's okay. We get along. Scarlett, come over here, please. Oh my gosh, she's putting the powder on her butt. Oh man. But can we as fans? I see your booty. um. Anyways, can we just get along for one night and not give people crap? I see your booty. She's like rubbing her butt on you guys. Okay, but for one night, let's just let people enjoy what they want to watch. I mean, I would prefer multiple nights, but for one, just let people watch what they want to watch. You're not going to convince anyone on Twitter to watch another show, so.
Yeah, I agree. I'll be watching both. I'll have most of my attention on AEW, I'm sure, but if something good's going on in NXT, I'll definitely pay attention. Like last week, the closing segment for AEW was Orange Cassidy and Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is like my favorite all-time wrestler ever, and Orange Cassidy is one of my favorite current wrestlers ever. But even with that, I flipped over to pay attention to Keith Lee versus Johnny Gargano versus I can't remember who it was now last week. There was a triple threat. And it was really good. He won, obviously. Gosh, who was the other person in the match? I can't remember now. But it was a really good triple threat match last week that Keith won. And I went watching that instead. So it's this is gonna show you, like, just because you're a fan of one doesn't mean you can't be a fan of the other.
Right.
I hope everybody enjoys the shows tonight, and we should be back sometime later this week. Probably talk about review these shows and preview the next shows. So if you want to join us, like Jesse said, just make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. That's the best way to know when we're going live, because it could just be the morning of, and me and Jesse message each other and go, "Hey, you want to do a show in 2 hours?" And then we want to do a show. So it's like we just appreciate y'all's support and y'all joining us. And that's all I've got.
Me too.